Good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Coffee with Melissa. I'm your host, Melissa. Cheers. Okay, we're in, I think, the first week of November, right? Yes, we are. And the holidays are approaching. Yes, they're actually here. We just wrapped up Halloween, and so basically it's holiday season. And it was holiday season, I feel like, starting in October. But that's just my perception of holiday season. Anyways, so I want to talk a little bit about quote unquote surviving the holidays. But I'm not sure I like the word surviving because we should really thrive during the holidays. So I'm going to change it to thriving during the holidays. And this year is especially unique. 2020 has really been a very challenging year for a lot of people. And I get that. And so it's just really, really important to really kind of take control and take charge right now and get ahead of the holidays, get ahead of, like managing your stress a little bit better and taking control over what you can control starting now, like right this second. So how can we do that? It's really, really important for me. The holidays are exciting and they're fun, and I really look forward to them because we have traditions. My husband and I have created our own traditions over the last 8 years. And then we have traditions with his family, like with his side of the family. We have traditions with my side of the family. And it's just fun to incorporate all of them. So I want to just encourage you to, number one, make your health a priority. I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out, okay? Making your health a priority during the holidays is key to thriving through I almost said surviving, thriving through the holidays with little or no weight gain and with less anxiety, less depression, less stress. And this is what we really truly need this year. I really firmly believe this, with a unprecedented year in all areas, the election, the presidential election, the pandemic, all these things are just throwing everyone for a loop, and it's just crazy. Like, I still am having a hard time coping with everything and processing everything, which I'm okay with. But so really making your health a priority. So how can you do that? Create fun, healthy holiday traditions. Okay. This is so exciting because you can do whatever you want, like whatever excites you. It's just so fun to think of these things. So like ask yourself, like make a list, like what do you enjoy about the holidays? What's exciting about them for you? Well, maybe it's, eating. Maybe it's baking holiday cookies. Maybe it's baking pies. Maybe it's hosting dinners, hosting parties. Well, there may not be a lot of that this year. Do the best you can and learn to be flexible with it. But you could also do some research look into creating, taking a meal that's maybe not the healthiest and converting it into creating a healthier version of that. I tell you what, there are thousands upon thousands of healthier recipes on the internet that are comfort foods. I posted my chicken pot pie recipe, which doesn't have any of the bread, the crust on it. And then I also have posted sweet potato lasagna. That's another one. And I'll be posting my crustless pumpkin pie recipe. And I have more that I'm posting, and I'm just constantly coming up with ideas on how to create healthier versions of comfort foods. So I tell you what, Michelle Tam from Nom Nom Paleo, she's amazing, predominantly paleo. That's Jennifer Robbins, she's amazing. Danielle Walker of Against All Grain. These are all phenomenal women who are amazing cooks and know how to create healthy, delicious recipes. So do that. Do incorporate some physical activity. My husband and I will do we'll do a 100 burpee workout on Thanksgiving morning because we want to indulge. We want to have fun. We want to be able to eat that croissant or that roll or extra mashed potatoes or extra stuffing, whatever it is. Food that we wouldn't normally eat in our everyday life, we want to be able to eat that. So we have made a tradition every year on Thanksgiving. We do 100 burpees in the morning, 100 burpees, and we do it together. We do it together as a family. We were in Austin, Texas, visiting my family last year. Tried to get my brother-in-law and nephews to do it, and they were opted out. They're like, no, we're good. But that's okay. But, we still did it because it's just really, it's a fun tradition for us. Now, you don't have to do burpees. It could be you go for a walk the morning of, or you go for a hike, or you go for a walk afterwards before you have dessert and coffee. It could really just be anything. There's an unlimited amount of ideas out there. So just find what works best for you and implement that. And so the whole point of creating these healthy holiday traditions is to mix them in with holiday treat traditions. That's what I call them, holiday treat traditions. So one thing for us is Christmas morning. We have mimosas and Baileys and coffee while we're opening presents. We usually start with the Baileys and coffee and then kind of shift into the mimosas after a cup of coffee or two. And it's fun. It's fun for us. We're not driving. We're not getting totally wasted. We're not getting totally drunk or out of control or anything. It's just fun to sip on it. And then, we'll have a nice big breakfast and maybe a big Christmas dinner. And it's just a fun, relaxing day. You could watch movies. We love watching Christmas Vacation. With my husband's parents, with my in-laws, we like watching it on Christmas Eve. With my family, we like watching it on Thanksgiving weekend, Christmas Vacation. So it's kind of fun to do different things. And then, of course, my husband and I have a whole list of Christmas movies that we watch each year, just the two of us, and we kind of rotate them to make sure, because there's a lot on there and we just don't have the time to watch them all. But so create traditions like that. And the cool thing about incorporating the healthy and the treat traditions are that when your body is used to eating healthy food, when it eats some not so healthy food, with some foods, depending on your body type, may really badly negatively affect it. But for the most part, you're not going to gain weight from eating a big Thanksgiving meal. And you just get back on track the next day. And that's it. It's very simple. Our bodies become more metabolically flexible, so it's able to process the food much more efficiently, the food that we wouldn't normally eat, much more efficiently. So I promise you it works. Our bodies know exactly what to do. So that's why I always encourage people, create healthy habits now. Do it now, and your holidays will be so much more enjoyable when you do indulge. And then also the last thing I'm going to say before I wrap up is give yourself permission to indulge. Give yourself permission to indulge. And this is key, because giving yourself permission is letting you let loose. And then afterwards, there's no guilty feelings. There's no negative self-talk. There's like, yeah, that was fun. Like for me, a cup of Bailey's and coffee and then a couple of mimosas on Christmas morning. Oh my gosh, I feel so good afterwards. And I don't feel guilty because I've given myself permission to do that. So I encourage you to do that. I know travel, this has come up to holiday travel this year is kind of iffy. So just kind of work through that. Be flexible with that. Don't be totally married to your travel plans because they could change because of the pandemic. We just never know what's going to happen, and just learn to be flexible with that. So it's funny, my mother-in-law asked me when this pandemic first started, she's like, what do you think the holidays are going to be like? I'm like, well, I know that we're going to be here Christmas morning and we're going to drink Bailey's and coffee and have mimosas and open presents. And that's what the holidays are going to look like for us, because we can't travel out of state really to see our family. It's kind of iffy. So we've made the conscious choice to stay here where we live and go hang out with my in-laws for a few days. So, and she just started laughing. I said, yeah, because that's the truth. You know, that's what they're going to look like. So, all right, guys, let me know. I'm so curious, like what your healthy holiday traditions are, and also what your holiday treat traditions are. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.